Just having a quick check on these microgreens today. We flipped that lid last time we looked at them to let them grow on a bit, but we still kept them in dark. What we're trying to do is get these to stretch, and now you can see we've got quite a lot that's come up in there. Obviously the ones around that edge have turned green because light's got to them, but all these are yellow. Now this is the stage where we take this lid off and we leave it off. We're exposing it to sunlight now, so everything is going to start to grow a little bit quicker, but it's all going to turn a really nice green. And we've got a nice little bit of height to it as well, so when we come to harvest it we can get a nice bunch of radish microgreens. And at that stage you want to be bottom watering them, not spraying over the top. I'm going to go and have a quick check down in that container garden. We've put a few new containers in there over the last week or so, so we'll just have a quick check on those, see how they're getting on. So we've got a few bits and bobs still growing away in there. I think this carrot tub might be getting ready for an harvest. I'll let that go on for a little longer, I think. Spring onions are up and away. They look healthy. But look at this French mixed salad leaf now. That's really shot up, ready for us to start harvesting it. That. Lots of different types of lettuce in that bowl. That one's those Florence long red onions. You can see how these have come on now. Starting to put some nice growth on. So we're on our way towards getting some onions for Christmas. And that is that mixed container, a little gem lettuce. We're growing that on for lettuce leaf picking, and as you can see it's definitely ready to take something off. Got a little container there I keep forgetting about. That's got Savoy cabbages in it that we need to prick out and move on, so we better get that done at some point today. I only need about 6 or so, so we'll prick those out a little bit later on today. That spinach container is also doing really well. We've got 3 or so different types of salad leaf that's all ready to be picked at the same time there. And we've also got some of this Apache red lettuce, so we can make a nice mixture up of salad leaf. All that beetroot's come through now. Some of them's just starting to get the first true leaves, and that's a container for baby beets. And those peas, as you can see, are quite a bit bigger now, and we've now got peas on them already. And they're called Twinkle, so they're a dwarf pea variety. We're already getting something from them, and they've not been here that long. And same thing's happening with these dwarf French beans. They've put a lot of growth on since you last saw them, and we've got loads of buds appearing now. That's going to make us some fresh beans, probably within next week or two. And that's that container of perpetual spinach that we set up, and we did it multi-sown to get loads of leaf growing all at the same time. And you can see we've got really good germination there. Still got some peppers in here that's clinging on. They haven't got holes in them yet, and they're very firm. We're just still waiting for some of these to ripen. That's that new container of carrots we set up, and again, it weren't that long ago, and you can see we've got some really good growth, and we spaced them all out really even to start with, just to save us a job later on. And you can see that that's worked out really well. So all we need to do with these is just leave them to grow now. That's another carrot container. Which one is this? Can't see a label in that again. I can always go back on my videos and find out. That's one good thing about these wash basins being in different colours. These pears are coming along nice as well. They're getting to a really good size, and I think we harvest those around about September. So not far off of getting a few of those as well. We're still getting strawberries from here as well. I took 3 or 4 yesterday, and there's still 1 or 2 more that we're just waiting to ripen a little bit more. There's quite a few over there as well. I haven't pulled any more carrots at the moment. I think I'll take those out maybe next month, but we will soon be getting some beetroot, and we'll be pickling that on cooking channel as well. Cabbages are now starting to form heads as well, and they're Durham cabbages, so they grow kind of pointy, a bit like a greyhound cabbage, but they're coming along. And these are also starting to form heads. There's quite a few more cabbages in there. These peas are finished now. There's a couple of pods left to take off, but the plant's all dying back. But we've been using this for months and months. We've had loads of peas off it, but it is now time to pull it down and get it cleared up before autumn. And it doesn't matter how many tomatoes we pick, every day I come out there's more ripened. And if you saw that video recently, you'll know we've already took loads off here. And that Savoy cabbage is starting to look really well now. We've got quite a few in here at different stages, but they are all trying to fold in and make those heads. And I can't wait to get some fresh, homegrown Savoy cabbage. I've just noticed we've got another red cabbage we can harvest, so we might as well get that harvested, chop it up, put it in freezer. It's got a bit of damage to it, but I'm sure we can salvage some. Few damage of leaves, but there's still plenty there to go at. So another little harvest that we forgot about. A really good sized red cabbage. We've had loads of these this year, and even if they do get attacked by slugs, which they're bound to at some point, once you peel back a couple of layers of those leaves, you're left with a perfectly good red cabbage. Something else for me to chop and freeze today. I also want to say thank you very much to Carol Telford, who made that donation to the channel yesterday via the super thanks button. Really appreciate that, Carol. It's very generous of you, and you know that money will be put straight back into this channel to help us through as autumn and winter projects. So thank you very much for that, Carol. It's really kind of you. Well, you can see that we've still got quite a few bits and bobs on go as we approach September. We've put fresh planted containers in that container garden, and they're putting on growth nice and steadily, and it's a good job we went down there and I spotted that little tub. That's those Savoy cabbage seedlings, and they've got the first true leaves now. And we only put a few seeds in there just to get a few extra ones, so we can plant them during autumn and try and grow them on over winter for harvesting in spring. But we're not going to get anything unless we prick these out today and move them on. And I think there's just enough in there for what I need. So I've brought them up and we'll get those done at some point today. We'll leave those microgreens until tomorrow, and by which time they'll probably be really nice green. And then it's a case of harvesting those whenever you want. But even though we're going to start losing light levels and the temperatures are going to start to drop down a little bit as we go into September and October, we can still grow things in these small containers in a container garden or in a greenhouse if you've got one. Especially since we'll be growing things that are cold hardy, like carrots, onions and lettuce leaf. So it's not over yet, it's just going to slow down a little bit as we get to the end of the month. We're going to still carry on sowing more seeds, setting up more containers until a point where it gets too cold to come outside, but that won't be until the start of next year, usually around January time. But by then we'll be getting ourselves already prepped for the coming spring. If you want to see how these microgreens turn out and what else we're putting in that container garden over the next few weeks, please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and I'll see you next time. Take care.